Hello to all my true comic book readers out there, Mike from Frontline here, and welcome to a review where Chris has to always fool around
to the gummy bear.
behind the camera. And in this comic review from DC, I will be reviewing the Hellblazer Rebirth, issue number 1. And before I get into who the writer and artist is and the whole comic book, there will be spoilers in this comic book. So for those of you who haven't read this comic book yet, please put it in your watch later file and get the comic book first and read it. And then you could come back to this video where I will give my thoughts and everything else. And yeah, Gummy Bear. Thank you. So without further ado, let's get into who the writer and artist is. The writer,
Always read your comic books with gummy bears.
Yes. The writer is by Simon Oliver, and the artist is by Maritat. No last name, just Maritat. So it starts off where John Constantine was in London some years ago, who encountered with a demon, and always pulling funny jokes, as always. There is some artwork, which is drawn really, in a good way, it's drawn good. And with that, he is now going to return home, where it is in London. So he meets up with his friend Charles Chandler, where he talks about that there have been lots of stuff that's been going on since he's left London. And if you want to find out more about what's been going on, you could definitely read the book. But I do have to say, though, there's been lots of crazy stuff that's been going on with all these spells that's going on everywhere, and he wants to actually find out how to get rid of it as he's going on this journey to find that out. So as the issue continues, we also get introduced to this character who is looking for John Constantine. And if I could get this nook to work, she actually is just saying that she's been looking for him. So in the middle of London, he makes with the orange chalk a certain spell to call out the demon to him, which he has met in London some years ago, as I showed in the beginning of the book. And why'd you throw me another gummy bear?
I gotta eat a gummy bear while you're reading.
Yeah, well, I don't want one now. Thank you. I'll save it for the end. So, he's just telling him about how he's looking to kill a demon. And he also has blood that could keep him from, you know, a curse that can't touch him or anything. So he's actually telling him, this demon, about what has happened when he left London many years ago. And what happened is that there was this huge spell that has been going around, and it has actually spread to mortal, and it's infecting all who come in contact with it. And
especially that nook.
Yeah. It's basically a supernatural Black Death, they called it, which has been affecting a lot of people. So with that, he wants to say other things to him. But we get into something that was involving Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Swamp Thing. Now Shazam and Wonder Woman want to you know, stop John Constantine what he's doing, and Swamp Thing's like saying, you know, I'm asking you to not get involved in this and to give Constantine his space, because it's between you know, me and him of our past and what he's doing. So with that, and with also knowing him for a long time, they said that they will back down. But if Constantine should fail of what's going on, it will be on the Swamp Thing's shoulders, for that matter. So I really thought that was actually really interesting seeing them in the comic book. So the demon gives his speech about, how there'll be death devastation and the end of the city, but makes an offer saying, after he tries to get in his head with all what's going on, saying, you give me London, and everything will be, back to normal, people will be, like everything will be a happy ending. Now, we all know John Constantine isn't that stupid and isn't going to give a care in the world about anyone, because that's what his character is. John Constantine is this character who only cares about, just himself, and he just doesn't take his offer, and he wants to do it all on his own. So this character, who we talked about earlier, who was looking for John Constantine, goes by the name of Mercury. And actually, what's really funny is that Mercury knows about this demon, and his name is Nybbas, Nybbas, which is actually really funny because John Constantine was trying to figure out what his name was. And so with Mercury there, she happens to be a psychic. And then going on to the end of the issue, well, let's just say that that's the end of the issue, where he's just saying, just stick around and find out what more happens, and more of Hellblazer to come. So I thought that this book was really, as a Rebirth book, I really think I'm going to like this book. I mean, I have read John Constantine in the past in Justice League Dark when the New 52 was around, Gummy Bear. So I'm really going to like this book for that. And I'll see how the issues will go as I keep moving forward. But for the Hellblazer Rebirth issue number 1, rating? I'd say it gets a 4.5 out of 5. Artwork was pretty good, and the story was very well written as well. And I'll be definitely looking forward to seeing more adventures of John Constantine for more of the Hellblazer issues to continue.
Yay for
also great to see Swamp Thing back, because that's really another plus for this issue. So with that, everybody, that is my DC comic review of the Hellblazer Rebirth issue number 1. Before I go, don't forget to check out the sources of ComicFrontline.com, ZoneFullPodcast.com, and our YouTube game channel, Frontline Gaming Zone. Together, we are number one source for comic and game-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Click that subscribe button to Comic Frontline today, because this was brought to you by Gummy Bears, along with seeing more of the issues and rebirths I will be covering. And also leave your comments about anything about the book, likes, dislike, or anything you want to say. Let me know, and I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. To all you comic book readers out there, Mike from Comic Frontline saying take care and keep watching. Till next time. Later, everybody.